The next morning, Lerato found herself by the side of a gentle river. The water shimmered, reflecting the soft colors of the sunrise. It was a peaceful place, and as Lerato watched the water flow, she felt a calm settle over her. It was as if the river was alive, whispering ancient stories that only the most patient hearts could ever hope to hear. She closed her eyes and listened, letting the soft, rhythmic sounds wash over her. As she continued her walk, she came across two children from her village. They were standing by the riverbank, their faces flushed and their voices loud. They were arguing over a tangled fishing net, each one certain they were right. One pulled one way, the other pulled the opposite. Lerato watched them, her heart feeling a little heavy. She understood that both of them just wanted to fish, but their anger was getting in the way. It made her wonder why people so often stopped listening to each other the moment they felt they were right. It seemed like the more they argued, the more tangled the net became, and the further they drifted from finding a solution. Lerato knew just who to ask for help. She turned and ran back to the clearing where the magnificent magic tree stood. Its branches reached up to the sky, and its leaves rustled with ancient secrets. "Oh, wise tree," she said, her voice filled with concern. "The children are fighting. They won't listen to each other. What can I do?" The tree's leaves shimmered, and a gentle, kind voice seemed to echo from its very core. It wasn't a loud voice, but one that felt as if it came from the earth itself. "True wisdom flows like water," the tree whispered. "It does not force its way. Instead, it listens before it speaks. Go back to the river, little one. Listen to what it has to teach you." Lerato returned to the river, her heart open to the tree's advice. This time, she didn't just look at the water. She truly listened. As she knelt by the bank, she began to hear something magical. Faint voices seemed to rise from the ripples. They weren't loud, but they were clear. It was as if every single drop of water carried a story. Some drops whispered tales of joy, of sunny days and laughter. Others shared stories of sorrow, of storms and long journeys. Each drop held a lesson learned, a memory cherished. The river wasn't just water. It was a flowing collection of countless experiences, all moving together in harmony. A wonderful idea sparked in Lerato's mind. She ran back to the children who were still arguing. "Please stop for a moment," she said gently. "Come with me." She gathered them and a few other children, and they all sat in a circle by the riverbank. "The river has stories to share," she explained. "But so do we. Let's create our own river of stories." One by one, each child shared something. One spoke of his favorite game, another of a time she felt sad. They didn't interrupt. They just listened. As each story was told, Lerato could see a change. The anger faded, replaced by understanding. She smiled and said, "When we truly listen, we begin to understand. And when we understand, we all grow together." As the children shared and listened, something amazing happened. The river, which had been reflecting the afternoon sun, began to glow with a brilliant golden light. The light spread, making the water look like liquid gold, and the river itself seemed to flow stronger and more vibrant than before. Everyone gasped in wonder. They looked at each other and smiled, a shared warmth passing between them. They understood the river of wisdom wasn't just in the water, it was inside them too. It flows freely when hearts are open to listening and understanding one another. The sun began to set, painting the sky in hues of orange and purple. The golden glow of the river slowly softened, mirroring the beautiful sunset. Lerato and her new friends sat by the riverbank, their earlier argument forgotten. Laughter now filled the air as light and free as the evening breeze. They had learned a valuable lesson that day, not from a lecture, but from the simple act of listening. As the stars began to appear, Lerato looked at her friends and knew, deep in her heart, that listening is always the very first step on the path to wisdom. So take a moment and think about it. Who have you listened to today? A friend, a family member, or maybe even the quiet whisper of nature? What did their story teach you? Every voice has something to share if we just take the time to listen. Thanks for watching, and see you in the next chapter.